Hey, this is just a quick video to show off the AD Katarina build I've been using in a few of my last videos. Lots of people have been asking for this. The mastery page is actually almost identical to the AP Katarina page for mid. It's pretty standard. This will probably change in pre-season because currently Thunderlords is OP because Precision's OP as well. Not a lot to say here. This is the best choice. There's not really much reason to deviate from any of this. You could possibly go into some resolve trees after nerfs, but it'll probably stay similar to this. The Thunderlord's decree is so good, and you don't actually go cooldown reduction this patch, but I'm sure after the next patch, after nerfing Precision in 5.25, you'll probably want to go back into cooldown. It's mostly personal choice here. Precision is personal choice and depending on your matchup. If you have a chance to kill them really early game, this just is so strong. 5 armor and magic penetration on a hybrid champion early game like Katarina is just insane. And the runes, it's pretty simple. You want some cooldown, armor, and AD. This is just no real reason to change from any of this. If you're against an AP opponent, you'll just rush a Hex Drinker and still go like this. And as for items, your normal start will be a Doran's Blade and a potion. That will be 99% of matchups. Occasionally you might want a Doran's Shield versus maybe Vladimir or Teemo or something. But most of the time it's going to be Doran's Blade. I'll explain a bit more about that in a bit. And I can't think of when you'd really want a boot start, but you can consider it. It's not the worst start you can do. These are just item parts. Just buy these if you've got spare gold. And you can't build up towards any of the full items. And you want to be rushing Trinity Force. Pretty standard, and the core of the build, that's just such a strong item. Then you want to Lucidity Boots, Tiamat, and Kendo Gem. This together your runes will bring you up to 40 or 45% depending on your mastery's cooldown reduction pretty quickly. And then you want to finish up with Titanic Hydra. You get the Kindle Gem beforehand just so you get the cooldown reduction. The Kindle Gem is really cost efficient, and I think it's not the cheapest 10% cooldown reduction, but that's a mana regen item, so I'm not going to consider that. And then you want to make your build into Titanic. Titanic is an insane power spike. It lets you burst someone, and it's an auto reset. It's insane stuff. This is a really good item. Then you just want to get tanky. Most of the situational tanky items. You'll finish up the Spirit Visage. Dead Man's Plate you're going to normally get. I don't know, maybe against the Yasuo or the AD carries really fed, you might want the Omen. But that's pretty standard decision-making stuff. And the last item, so rarely going to get 6 items in this meta anyway, but you can probably finish up a Frozen Mallet pretty nice. And you can also choose between Warmogs here. Sterix Gauge is another very viable item to go with your Trinity Force. If you don't know about that, it makes your Trinity Force damage stronger by increasing your base attack damage. So there's really good synergy there. Rylai's, it's a bit of a luxury item really. It's AP, doesn't really synergize with the rest of the items you're building. It's okay. So, same with Sonya's Hourglass. Like if you're in a situation where the active is really good, maybe against a Vi and his team, for example. And Gunblade is an alternative damage item to the Titanic Hydra if you're against a really squishy target and just snowballing. More is when you've bought a Hex Drinker to deal with an AP top laner. This is a really good slot efficient item. And these boots, normally you almost always want the Merc Treads. Maybe if you're against a Tryndamere, you might pick up the Ninja to buy. And I don't know, maybe Fiddle and Morgana, you might pick up the Merc Treads. That's pretty much what I've got to say. Maybe talk about general game plan a bit. You want to be playing super aggressive versus anyone you're able to play super aggressive versus. You'll have the Ignite advantage, and people really underestimate early game Katarina with that Doran's Blade. And obviously you're super mobile, being able to eat them when they flash away. If you can't snowball, you're going to be split pushing most of the game. It is a mainly split pushing build. It's maybe not, I don't know, it's maybe not as exciting as Midcat in that way, but it's pretty effective. And you want to be picking up your core items because you're very item dependent with this build. If you fall behind, it can be pretty brutal. But which isn't too bad because you're one of the best split pushers in the game. You're E being on such a low cooldown, and tanky means you can escape situations almost no one else can. You can just jump down in minion waves, keep a pink ward in your inventory at all times, to jump away with and keep up your trinket wards, and you can pretty much escape anyone. Team fights, you play a little similar to AP Katarina, but you can maybe jump in a bit earlier, cause some problems. You can even be the engage, because you still have enough high base damage with your ultimate that everyone has to drop everything to deal with you. There's no ignoring Cat, even if he doesn't have any AP. That ultimate has just insane base damage. Like, if they ignore you and you just ult on their team, you've won the team fight. For any more information, just look at the videos. I'll put them in the description, and I'll put the montage there and the full game I did versus a Renekton, which is one of the most difficult matchups you'll ever play into. Right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, etc. as always. Thanks.